Okay. You want to start the podcast?
We're live.
We're not live. Welcome to a very special edition of Television for the Smartarded. You're gonna want to pay attention to this episode because it may save your life.
Yeah.
Probably won't, but there's always a possibility.
Because if you're watching this episode, then you're not dead. At least.
You might be. There might be a lot of dead.
Yeah, I don't know.
People watching from heaven. You think there's people from heaven watching our podcast?
I think they're wasting their time.
I am Poopy McFuckface, and with me I have
Barf head.
Barf head. Thanks for continuing to watch the Television for the Smartarded podcast. We all appreciate your support.
Except me.
You don't appreciate it?
But all of us do, except me.
So we all appreciate your support except for Andrew. He's not appreciative, but that's the way things are sometimes.
Because I'm part of all of us. But I also don't appreciate it.
Makes sense. What's been going on with you?
I've been trying not to pee my pants.
Is that a good way to start a podcast? What do people want to hear when they start a podcast? They want to hear what's going on with you, man.
Just hang out, you know.
Why would you want to watch this?
Call it small talk. The whole podcast is small talk. It's
a podcast of just small talk. So the weather. What do you think about this weather lately, man?
Oh man, it's like this. It's quite a temperature out there.
Yeah, it rained. It rained earlier.
Yeah, then everything was wet.
Yeah, it was wet after the rain. That was some wet rain.
I think I got to turn this volume down a tiny bit.
How you? Oh, you can see the peak.
Yeah,
peak.
I can see it popping a little bit sometimes.
It was some wet, man. That rain was wet.
Yeah, like your mom.
Oh, gross. But then the sun came out, and the devil was beating his wife. You ever heard that expression? The devil's beating his wife.
Oh yeah.
When the sun it's sunning, the sun's out and it's raining at the same time. That means the devil's beating his wife. I think it's a southern thing, right? I don't know. I think it is.
I enjoy a good sun with a little bit of rain, like vibe.
Because that's when the rainbows come out. You need a sun to make a rainbow. But funny story about devil's beating his wife analogy. The Korean mother-in-law. She doesn't say devil's beating his wife. She says another phrase. She says, tiger marry fox. That's the Korean way to say it.
Tiger marry fox?
Tiger marry fox. Yeah.
Huh.
And I think it's because the marriage of two weird things like sun and rain at the same time. What?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I think a tiger could totally fuck a fox, though. Like if it was young enough, you know?
If what was young enough?
The tiger, like so it was small enough, you know, that it could fuck the fox.
I wasn't even thinking about it like that. They like foxes though. They like tigers, and the tiger is the national animal of Korea.
Oh, so they like the sun and they like the rain.
So tiger is the national animal of Korea. It stands for power and strength and stuff. And the fox, in Korean culture and folklore and shit, is the evil, like sneaky villain
sly
thing.
And sneaky. Yeah,
sly and sneaky. Fox is
they steal your
a
chickens.
bad character. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Did you know that donkeys were like territorial? Like people have donkeys to like kill coyotes and stuff. Donkeys will fuck up coyotes if they come on your property.
Man, I'd love to see that.
Look it up.
I imagine they probably stomp them and shit.
They bite them. They eat.
They bite.
They bite their fucking necks.
Dude, you probably don't want a donkey if you have a dog then, because I mean,
if they know that the dog is part of the household, they won't be territorial. I think.
Okay.
You know, because what donkeys will protect your sheep and stuth. Like if you have like goats and sheep and stuff, and then like a coyote comes and tries to fuck them up, they're like, "Fuck you, I'm a donkey." like think about a donkey just fucking up a fox.
I feel like most of the time donkeys are like shat on. Everybody like.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, he's an ass.
That shit's so far from you, man. It's picking up levels?
Yeah,
and
it
shit?
seemed.
Right.
Oh, well, shit. Now I don't know. Yeah, see if I'm going to.
All right, okay.
Maybe it was
you know what you're doing.
I don't know. Because it could have been that you were talking. But if I get like up here.
Yeah, don't do it.
Right there seems good.
We're good.
In there.
Yeah, there you go.
I just don't want it to peak too hard.
Keep that fucking thing like a fist from your face.
I can just talk louder.
No, they do get a bad rap in this country. Donkeys. I don't know how they're seen as in other countries, but yeah, I think it's because They're
They're
like
slow and stupid. That's how they're
stubborn.
people talk about it. Yeah, stubborn.
Mules are the stubborn one.
Oh wait, shit. What's the fucking difference?
A mule is half horse, half donkey.
Oh.
And they're infertile.
What?
You can make one mule from a horse and a donkey breeding together.
But you can't?
But after that, you cannot keep breeding mules.
They just won't? They won't?
They're not fertile.
They don't have
they're just like weird, like freaks of science or something. They're not like a real animal.
Have people really tried? Well, I guess they must have. People have been getting animals to fuck for years. We gotta
breed these. Yeah, there's all kinds of like.
That's pretty weird. Maybe we can get this and that to fuck. What do you think?
Yeah, there's like a.
Why are they hillbillies? I don't know. These are probably like fucking Egyptians doing that shit.
Yeah, the Egyptians were doing. You got zonkies, zonkies.
Zebra
and a donkey together. Yeah, that's a thing.
You got Zorses?
Probably.
Or Hebras?
Hebras. They wear a little yarmulke on their head.
Yeah.
They have a liger. Half.
I heard that is
half
real.
tiger,
yeah,
half
weird.
Lion. Yeah, they're big. They're like bigger than either of them. It's weird.
Yeah. I just thought Napoleon Dynamite. He was just being weird.
This is my favorite animal ever, man. And this is the information we were talking about that you really need to pay attention to. We're talking about animals.
Yeah, it's gonna save your life because one day you're gonna have to breed your own animals because the apocalypse is coming, and you'll be able to breed the animals that are gonna make your life good. Like you'll need a donkey to kick those coyotes' asses because the coyotes are gonna survive the apocalypse.
I'm getting more and more pessimistic
about the survival of the coyotes. Okay.
I'm getting more and more pessimistic about the direction that we're heading as the world.
I feel like we're all headed one direction,
and that's not even that good of music either.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So here's what I was thinking about recently. Every generation supposedly thinks they're the last. Everybody thinks the world is ending.
Even the first ones? They probably especially thought they were the last because they were the first people to have real fucking thoughts. Like, oh my god.
Why do we have thoughts?
They don't even did they even have words? Can you have thoughts without words?
There's some people who think that consciousness is connected to speech. And I kind of get that because it's like if you can't think out shit, are you really truly conscious? I don't know.
Maybe that just shows the limitations of our ability to understand consciousness.
Our ability to understand is so weird because we understand.
Yeah.
We know that the universe is infinite, right?
Yeah.
We cannot comprehend that. There's no way to. I can't wrap my head. Every time I start thinking about how vast and infinite the universe is, I'm like my brain shuts down. But I know it, but I can't comprehend it. It's we're this weird little intermediate thing.
Yeah.
Between some kind of deity and the fucking animal. I feel like. You think so? I don't know. Maybe that's.
I heard recently somebody just talking about eternity in a different way. It's all hypothesizing about it in a way, but talking about eternity whenever we try to conceive of it as not having a beginning or an end, it's that's not the right way to conceive of it. Because you can't conceive of it in terms of beginning and end because it's eternity, so it doesn't have beginning and end.
Yeah.
All things at once are happening in a way is what it is. It's that kind of it's not in the dimension of time. It's above it and and time and space are it sees all of it in some kind of way. And I don't know if there's any validity to that in any way whatsoever, but putting in that concept makes it more okay, that's more what eternity is rather than imagining a never-ending past and a never-ending future. It's just that it has all the past and all the future, but just a big chunk, the way that we conceive of it, but it's not past and future to it.
How is this not incomprehensible to you?
I don't know. I'm just saying,
is so.
Right after I said, I was like, maybe that's more confusing now.
I get what you're saying. I know, I get it.
I don't know.
that we experience time in this linear way, and that's just our perspective, and it doesn't perhaps there's other entities that experience time in non-linear.
Well, I guess I'm not arguing that it's incomprehensible. I think it still is incomprehensible, but I think I don't know. I like that that slight change in perspective that maybe we're trying to comprehend it wrong. But either way, I don't think we'll comprehend it. But it's still like trying to comprehend it within the realm of like time.
Yeah.
Time versus eternity may not be it's obviously like those are obvious paradoxes, right?
Yeah. There's 2 movies that came out relatively recently that kind of like really touched on that type of shit. The Matthew McConaughey thing.
Yes.
So in that movie, it was like
does.
gravity was more like important than time, and like he was experiencing things from other times. And stuff, and like
that movie is pretty interesting. Interstellar.
Interstellar, yeah. And the other one is Arrival.
Yeah.
With Nicole Kidman.
I did not see that. I thought it was Amy Adams.
Same fucking shit. Who cares? Nicole Kidman, Amy Adams. Well,
they do have a similar vibe.
Yeah. Anyway, Arrival. Dude, I fucking hated that movie, man.
I didn't see it.
Dude, I saw it.
I really wanted to see it.
I'm really into sci-fi.
Well, I not really want to see it. Because there's like aliens and shit, right?
Yeah, you want me to spoiler alert it for you?
I don't know. Is it going to be a big spoiler?
Yeah, I mean, but it'll make you understand that you should not watch this movie because
really, I shouldn't watch it.
I don't know if you want to, you can, but I wouldn't.
I met one guy standing in line to get a COVID test that worked on that movie.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
He was like he builds like props and shit.
He was the fluffer.
He's like he built. Well, he actually told me one thing. He didn't tell me what exactly happened in the story, but he was saying that the movie didn't turn out the way it should have. It's like the producers fucked up, like the editor. I don't know, either producers or editors at some point in the process. They fucked up because, like he said, the original script is beautiful, what it's going with, and they tried to turn it into some other fucking thing and totally ruined it. Okay. But he's the guy. He said he makes all the like signs and shit.
The signs,
like any sort of graphics and stuff. Like if anything has a sign on it, because in movies, like almost no props can ever be actual real world things. So they create like their own logos,
like
and
stop
shit.
signs.
Even I don't know about stop signs.
Yeah.
I think stop signs you're allowed to use.
Okay.
I mean, like anything, like a sign on like that.
Like
brands.
This is REI. Okay.
Yeah, like or even this, we want to be able to use that.
Shout out to Relapse. Hey, did you see the Rory Scovel?
Shit,
thing?
No, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, you need to watch
it. Phone. I need that as a reminder because I'm terrible.
Because you were at one of those shows, weren't you?
Yeah, I was at the last one. I was at the last one.
So cool. Yeah, so cool. And
That's me being retarded, not watching it. That's an example of me being retarded. Maybe every time we should have what we've done lately that's retarded and what we've done lately that's smart. Because it's television for the Smartarded. So we should have some reason that we got the name right.
Well, I always thought it was like...
We're both idiots.
I always thought it was because we were like talking about shit that we don't really know about.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's just incidental. I think the name just came up just because it was a funny like... portmanteau. What is it called? Portmanteau.
I don't know what that means, but I know that's the where you say it.
That's weird.
There's a lot of things like that I know. I can remember the word, but I never know what it means.
It means 2 things combined together. So moped.
That's definitely French.
Moped is
motion pedal.
Motor and pedal.
Oh.
Because it's a bicycle with a motor. A moped.
Oh yeah, because mopeds have motors, and what's the other one? Scooter. Scooter is the other thing.
Yeah, scooter
Mopeds
does not have
cool.
pedals.
Right. Mopeds look cool. Scooters.
But a lot of people call
European.
scooters mopeds. But they're not. But it's okay.
Yeah.
You can call shit weird shit.
Well,
you can call shit
because
things
it doesn't have the pedals. Okay.
Yeah, it has to have pedals.
But you can't call a moped a scooter?
I don't know. I guess you can.
I don't know.
You can do whatever you want.
Oh, man, I don't know.
That one in loofah bothers me. People call shower poofs loofahs. Because a loofah is a plant.
Oh, yeah.
It grows. Like, it's a plant that you use.
And those puff things are just like, they're like imitating a loofah, right?
I mean, not really. More like imitating a sponge.
Oh, but weren't the loofahs meant? I thought you did use loofahs for your body.
Yeah, you do. But a loofah is a plant. It grows. It's a thing that grows in nature. It's called a loofah. Oh. And so if it's not a plant that's growing in nature, and you're,
But a sponge is a plant growing in nature too.
A sponge is an animal.
Oh, you're right.
Bob
It is an
SquarePants.
animal. You're right.
Yeah.
I never watched that show really. I've seen some episodes.
I like it.
Oh.
It came out kind of when I was a little bit older, like a little too old to be watching cartoons, but I still kind of liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know Imogen Poots?
Oh yeah, I know Imogen Poots.
Isn't that a funny name?
It's such a silly name. I like her. Yeah, she's good.
She's an actor. I don't even know who she is. The name just popped in my head. Imogen Poots.
Yeah.
Imogen Poots.
Imogen Poots.
Look up Imogen Poots. Look up what's Imogen Poots' full name. I'm curious about what her full name is.
Imogen Gay Poots. Yeah, I forgot. Every time I see it, it makes me laugh.
Imogen Gay Poots.
It's so silly.
Why is that your name?
I don't know.
There's no way that her parents. How old? When was she born? 88 89. There's no way in 1989.
England.
Even in England, there's no way in 1989 in England, your parents did not know
what Poots meant.
Well, no, that's
they
our
already.
last thing.
I know they already got Poots, and they throw in gay. In the
they
middle?
throw in gay. We might as well just go all the way. We gotta lean into this shit, man. But you know what? It worked because we're talking about it right now.
They gave her a weird ass name for the first one. Imogen?
Yeah, you know what? Actually, Imogen is weirder than gay or Poots. Imogen?
Yeah.
Hey, Imogen.
Imagine gay Poots.
It sounds like some kind of like disease or something, or some kind of like.
Imogen.
It sounds like a thing that you would use to print paper, but it's just like a thing that goes in the printer cartridge.
Oh yeah.
Like it sounds like a.
I think I know what you're saying. Like well, maybe I don't know what you're saying. Like a brand?
No, it sounds like a thing that is a component of something that is a technical, like a larger thing, like a clasp that goes on something. That's an Imogen.
Okay.
I don't know. It just sounds really weird and technical.
Yeah, it is a weird name. Imogen Gay Poots.
Imogen Gay Poots.
She should just go by Gay Poots.
Gay Poots. What does that make you think of, Gay Poots?
People farting cum out of their butt. That's what it makes me think of.
Yeah.
What were we talking about before?
I don't know. Next topic. Okay. What do you want to know about? Oh, the
straight farts.
Straight farts.
Ego deek straight farts.
My name is Queefington Surrington Badge.
Are you a Native American?
Queefington? Is that name?
I don't know.
What is it? Like I heard about the Delta variant, like 3 months ago or some shit.
Yeah, apparently it's taken off.
My friend,
it's a terrible joke.
Oh, damn.
I've never heard that though.
What?
I have heard like airplanes, but I don't think I've heard people joke about it taking off. But I feel like they probably have.
Yeah. There's so many. That's the problem now. You can't make jokes anymore because somebody probably already made it.
Yeah. Delta variant. Oh, do they passing out peanuts? I don't know.
Like the airline.
Yeah.
Delta like the airline.
Yeah.
Hey, what about Delta like the
Delta Force?
The river back in Egypt.
Oh yeah.
The Delta.
The Delta variant. You know, he's got some nice blues musicians hanging out, bringing Robert Johnson back.
I don't know what that means.
Robert Johnson, the blues.
Yeah, I know
musician.
him. He sold the devil, right?
Oh yeah. Well, that's what the myth is. Yeah.
Yeah. But
he was a famous one. He's one of the first that I know of 27 Club members. He died at 27.
Really?
He was poisoned.
Poisoned?
Yeah, got into a big bar fight or some shit, and then
in a bar fight he was poisoned.
Yeah, he got into a fight at a bar.
Yeah.
And then later on he died of poisoning. So they think that the guy got mad at him because some shit he did.
That guy's a pussy, man.
Yeah.
You need to actually, if you're gonna kill somebody, you need to actually.
Yeah. Poison is not. But he did go through like 4 days of like excruciating pain. So it's not masculine, but it's like a really fucked up, like, I'm gonna make you hurt.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
You know, but that's really fucked up. It's not. I wouldn't say it's masculine. It's twisted.
Yeah. Twisted, man. When I first heard about that, like the Delta variant, I was like, man, come on, man. You're everybody's over this shit. You're trying to scare everybody again. It's not gonna work. But very similarly to the way that the initial thing happened, where like in 2020, back in like January, February, people were talking about COVID and stuff, or coronavirus or whatever the fuck. It was like in the kind of like the back of people's brains or whatever. And I was like, whatever. It's like swine flu, all this shit. It's gonna like not be a big fucking deal. And then just kind of started picking up steam, on social media and stuff. And that's
I think I can.
yeah, that's COVID, man. It's the brave little engine that could.
Yeah. Need Major Payne to come in and pull back some of your motherfucking pinkies.
What the fuck? Wait,
take your mind off the pain. Major Payne?
Yeah, I know Major Payne, the movie with Damon Wayans, but what does that have to do with
Oh, he talks about, like, he tells the story of the little engine that could.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, his friend having his legs blown off and, like, pulling back his, like, breaking his pinky to take his mind off the pain.
He broke people's pinkies in that movie, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So,
like, the Delta variant. And so now, a few months later, same shit's going on. People are freaking out again.
Yeah. And, I haven't checked recently, but yeah, the case numbers have risen.
The idea, though, is that this variant is more contagious but less deadly, right?
Well, I heard you say that before, but I've noticed that that's not what the media is saying.
Wait, what are they saying?
They are scared of it, and they are talking about people dying.
Well, I was looking at the numbers on the Worldometer, whatever the fuck it is, and the death rate is like pretty low.
Yeah, right? But all I'm saying is, I don't hear anybody saying that.
Yeah, they don't.
They're talking about hospitalizations, like the hospitalizations are up. There's more hospitalization.
Yeah,
but they're also talking about it's become the new thing now is unvaccinated versus vaccinated people. Is kind of
that's the huge thing.
Yeah.
Does the vaccine? Here's my question: does the vaccine reduce transmission? Because I've not heard that it does.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know though, but
all honesty, I don't fully know. But real quick on reduction of transmission, do you mean does the vaccine reduce transmission because people get vaccinated, so they're less likely? I don't know if they're less likely to get it, but so they don't get it, and so then there's less transmission going on in general. Or do you mean does getting the vaccine reduce transmission for a person that then gets the virus after they have the vaccine? So do you mean by the individual or by like the by the I
don't understand.
Well, you're saying does it reduce transmission, the vaccine? Yeah. So okay, well one thing, real quick. They got that thing called, they're calling it breakthrough cases. People that have been vaccinated end up coming down with COVID. Yeah. And that's what they call a breakthrough case. Like it broke through your vaccination.
Okay. I didn't even know that. I've heard that before. But I didn't know what that meant until now. I didn't know.
Oh, okay. I've heard people talk about it, looked a little bit into it. But so yeah, I'm asking, do you mean does the vaccine reduce transmission by so that whenever an individual gets a breakthrough case that has had the vaccine, are they less likely to transmit the virus? Or do you mean like on the wide scale, if more people are vaccinated, there's going to be less transmission? Like there's going to be less virus spreading because more people are vaccinated.
I don't know the difference between the two scenarios.
I don't know. I guess
as far as I understood, it basically what it is it makes it so that if you do get sick, it's not as bad, right?
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. So you are talking a little bit.
So if you do get sick, you still have the same likelihood of getting sick. Yeah. One way or the other. The vaccine does not keep you from getting sick. It just makes it so if you do get sick, it doesn't hurt you so much, right?
Well, okay. So if you do get the virus, like rather than. Because, sick, I would say, I don't know, sick I think is something that it's got to be symptomatic. I wouldn't call myself sick if I didn't have.
Infected.
Okay, yeah.
If you do get infected, your symptoms aren't as bad because of the vaccine. That's what it does,
okay.
Right?
Well, that's what I've heard. I don't know how they know that. Unless they are actually experimenting, or they could either be taking data from people that are similar, or which I don't think they're doing. They could be experimenting by having people that have the virus vaccine be exposed to the virus at the same time they have people that do not have the vaccine be exposed to the virus, which that I think would be unethical to expose somebody to the virus, Yeah. But also they would have. Really, the only way to find out truly I think would if they were fucking twins. You could, well, you could find a rough estimate by getting people that were in similar categories, of course, and that's probably the way to do it.
You know who's obsessed with the twins?
Yeah, the Nazis.
Yeah, the Nazis.
Well, at least I don't know if it was all the Nazis.
It was the one doctor that did all that crazy shit.
So I don't know. Is that Goring or is it Goebbels or is it somebody else? Mangala.
I don't know.
Joseph Mengele. I think it's him.
Because
he's the guy that ran away to like Argentina. Yeah. So okay, my thing on the whether or not it's reduces transmission. I don't know. To me, that's been a question I've been asking because I've heard people talking about the breakthrough cases. Because I mentioned to somebody that I know a couple of people that if we got the vaccination, but then they've gotten the virus.
Oh, you do personally know these people?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah, I know.
People getting.
I think I know a couple people that have, but so I mentioned that to somebody, and this is somebody that is very like forcefully pro-vaccination. And they said that oh, that's what's called a breakthrough case. I'd heard of breakthrough cases, but I wanted to hear them explain it from their perspective.
Yeah,
and they were saying that vaccinated people can get the virus because unvaccinated people, they come in contact with unvaccinated people that have the virus and it spreads to the people that are vaccinated. And so,
okay, good. I was gonna say, but how did they get it? Okay, go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah. That's my thing. Like, at first, I just kind of like accepted it. It was like I don't have enough information to really get into this conversation because I don't like to get into conversation too deep if I don't have any information.
It's gonna be a shit show, no matter what. Yeah. Either way, it's gonna be a shit show if you start talking about this with people.
Well, yeah. But I mean, like, having a little more information is better than having none and talking ignorantly. Because I don't, if I don't have any ground to stand on, then all I'm doing is falling down, probably.
Yeah.
But what struck me was like, okay, this is why this bothered me the second I heard it, is because the logic is flawed. It's so obviously flawed because if the unvaccinated person can get the virus, then the unvaccinated person still spreads it. If you have the virus, it still sheds. Like it comes, there's still virus shedding. You're still going to cough, you're going to sneeze, you can still spread the virus. And so the thing was, the way it was said, it sounded like, oh, it's time to blame all the unvaccinated people. It's the unvaccinated people's fault that the virus is spreading. And it's like, well, if it's spreading to people that are vaccinated, that means that people that are vaccinated can spread it to each other as well.
Yeah.
So if you really want to put blame anywhere, it's everybody that's deciding to go out and be around people. Yeah. Because this one apparently spreads so fast and so quick that you can spread. This can for sure spread asymptomatically or early on where you don't notice and shit like that. And so it's like, it seems what bothered me about the argument, like later on, what I realized was that it's setting up a new form of like a new like divisive thing. Yeah. Unvaccinated versus vaccinated. Yeah. It's another like way to set that up. The unvaccinated are killing us vaccinated people.
There has been so much like push for division. This team versus
why do you think it is though that we're now going for this?
For what?
Well, I feel like because unvaccinated and vaccinated has become the new like thing. Like they're popping up as opposites, and they are popping up as like enemies. Yeah. And it's on both fucking sides. Like the other, like a bunch of the unvaccinated people are saying psychotic fucking things too.
I don't agree. Like I'm gonna say this. Yeah, I definitely don't agree with either side.
Yes. Yeah.
Either side. Fuck you guys. if you're an anti-vaxxer, I don't agree with you. I'm gonna say that. Yeah. And I also don't appreciate anybody who calls me an anti-vaxxer. Okay, because I'm not. I just think you're fucking retarded. Okay. Yeah. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. There's a lot of there's simplification of the sides. Right. And this simplification, that's why you have the unvaccinated, vaccinated thing pushed, because they want to simplify it to make it easy, like bad guys, good guys. Yeah. Then from the other side, it's like, we're the good guy, they're the bad guy. Just fucking dumb shit. But it's easy to get caught up in that. Yeah. But
there's two subreddits on Reddit called about this shit. The first one is called COVIDiots. It's like people who don't respect COVID or something. And I joined that subreddit
And then there's Vax idiots.
I joined that subreddit like a year ago.
Okay.
Like
just see what.
Yeah, just like to I just want to know what people
Yeah.
are talking about. And then from that subreddit, I learned about another subreddit called No New Normal, and they were talking shit about these guys who saying no new normal. They hate no new normal. So I started.
Wait, hold on. I'm confused. The first one, COVID idiots, people that like strongly that are trying to like push COVID enforcement and shit like that.
Yes,
that's who they don't like.
COVID idiots are pushing for the enforcement and the lockdown.
That's what they call those people, COVID idiots.
Yes, and that's the name of their subreddit.
Okay, and so
idiots.
Is no new normal the same people saying shit about those other people?
And no new normal is the people who do not want lockdowns. They think that it's bad, and they think that like it's more harm than good.
Are they talking shit about these people, or are both subreddits coming from people that are like similar size?
No, they're polar opposites. COVIDiots are the subreddit called COVIDiots is people who really like things to be locked down. They want like authoritarianism.
Oh, they're calling everybody else COVIDiots.
They're saying everybody else is a COVIDiot. We're the ones in the right. Everybody else is wrong.
Gotcha. Okay.
And no new normal is like, no, we cannot have these like perpetual lockdowns.
Okay.
So, I joined both of them. I disagree with both most of everything that they say. I lean more towards no new normal because I don't want there to be these perpetual lockdowns, and I kind of agree with the shit that they say a lot.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's fucking stupid bullshit that's not like. It's like kind of anti-vaxxer shit. Like it's it's like some of it's just like it's like stupid shit. That's like God, no.
That's the
like,
problem, dude. That shit gets
critically.
That shit gets infected.
Yeah.
Literally, with
it's like
bad thought.
Shit that's like you're not even thinking critically. You're just posting like bullshit that doesn't even make sense. Like we agree that like okay, well yeah, maybe I don't know if this what like you said something about like earlier about like the vaccines might be beneficial. I don't fucking know. I'm not saying we're not leaning towards any one side or the other side.
Yeah.
We're just trying to think critically, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean that's a thing about it too. It's like I'm definitely not saying don't get a vaccine.
Yeah.
If you like,
if there was,
but
like,
that's, I'm not going to tell anybody to get a vaccine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell anybody not to get a vaccine.
But here's the thing: if my parents didn't get the vaccine, I'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys? You're old."
Yeah, that's another
like,
thing. Like,
come on,
we know who like the I was going to call them target audience. We know like who I was going to say target audience, but that's what I mean. Like we know who the people that are vulnerable. Yes, we know like
the target audience of the vaccine, of the virus.
COVID wants to entertain these old people, wants to be check out what I can do.
That could be like a weird like experimental film about COVID being this like weird little clown guy trying to entertain people and he's killing them. Like,
watch me shut down your lungs,
customer. They're dead. They're just all the COVID's trying to do is trying to take us to heaven. And heaven is so much better than what we're at right now. So we need to just accept that it's taking us to heaven.
God wants us back. That's all.
It's like Schleipnir. Schleipnir is the 8-legged horse that would take the valiant dead over the Rainbow Bridge to Valhalla. COVID is like Schleipnir. It's trying to take us to Valhalla.
A Southern Viking is a great
That's my impression of a Southern Baptist Viking.
That's silly. Make country music about Valhalla,
Valhalla.
Or gospel music about Valhalla,
Yeah, I mean that's basically what it was. The Vikings just sang gospel music all the time and killed people.
Oh man.
Okay, so from what
transmission is that
what I'm hearing is if you do get vaccinated, you still can transmit the disease. You still need to wear a mask.
I don't fucking know.
That's what people who are pro-vaccine are saying.
Oh, so
even
good.
If
you're not saying that's what I'm saying. Okay.
I'm saying that's what pro-vaccine.
I'm sorry. I thought you were summarizing what I was talking about.
People who are pushing vaccines are saying like, okay, you need to get vaccinated, but if you do get vaccinated, you need to be careful. You can still transmit the virus.
Yeah.
Okay. You need to wear a mask. You need to stay out at large groups and stuff. So it seems like it is just a thing that just keeps you from getting sick. So if it is just keeping you from getting really sick and it's causing you to go out more, how is that not spreading it more? Are vaccinated people not spreading the virus?
No,
extra?
see, that's the thing. I don't. I mean, I really don't know, but I can't imagine if you're sick, why you would not still spread the virus.
Yeah. And here's the thing: the biggest issue here, the biggest problem is the reason we don't know is because information is being suppressed. We're not allowed to talk about this. We're not allowed to have a conversation. And
Discussion's being suppressed. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the information's there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're the discussion is being suppressed. If whatever you're saying doesn't fit some specific narrative, then you're going to be silenced.
Yeah,
socially, by society, by our family.
Yeah.
By YouTube.
Yeah.
Whatever.
By your fucking self too. That's another thing. Like, but censorship has always been. That's the thing. The best censorship has always been the one that the individual does to themselves.
Yeah.
But that starts from outside, and it's something that you spread that fear to where you don't talk about things.
I'm gonna say this right now. This is real talk. I'm not gonna drop any names right now, but there have been several people that have been on this podcast.
Bill Clinton.
No, we've not had Bill Clinton
on the podcast. I'm just kidding.
We could get him on. I'll do my Bill.
Dude,
Clinton
I wish we could get Bill Clinton on.
All right. You know, my impression of Bill Clinton is that he just like took a big drag on a doobie and he's like, all right.
You see, I'm talking because this is me not inhaling.
So, what was I?
Your impression of Bill Clinton is Matthew McConaughey.
All right. You know who
You
talks?
think about high school girls?
Bill Clinton. You know who Bill Clinton kind of reminds me of the way he talks? Elvis Presley. All I'm saying, I've never seen them both in the same room together.
Ooh.
All right. Wait, what was I saying?
Dude, what if Elvis had lived and become president?
Some people think Elvis is still alive. Do we go over that?
Okay,
on the
what if
podcast?
Elvis was president?
Did you know that some people think Elvis is still alive?
Oh yeah. I mean,
that he's he's a pastor right now, and he's going by a different identity.
Oh, they actually think they know which.
They think they know
the
person who he is.
There's a lot of crazy people out there, and one of them's Elvis.
Okay, there have been several people on this podcast who, after the podcast ended, said some shit to us, and they said, I can't say that publicly.
Yeah.
I'm not
a
gonna
lot
say
of
who
closeted
it is.
homosexuals.
They're
like
sucking
Othniel Maneri and not saying any names,
yeah.
but
ETL.
Oh yeah, well ETL hasn't been on the podcast.
The Maneri Effect, though, by the way, the gayest podcast.
Yeah, but we don't say that with no like. We're not against gay people.
We're not homophobic at all.
We
but
want them. We want to
do-
help them come out. They really, and they're not just gay. That's the beauty of it. They're brothers, and they're brothers. They're close. They lay together.
Yeah,
It's sweet. It's because they can't make a baby, so it's okay, right?
they're like a mule.
Yeah.
They're like a gay incestuous mule.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
That's so silly. The way it came back around to that. They're a mule.
They do fuck
Couple
each
of jackasses.
They're jackasses and they jack each other's asses.
Oh. All right.
The married
Can't wait
gay.
to see the next one after they see this, where they talk about us being gay.
Well, that's in the open. I mean, like, we're not denying that. Is that homophobic to joke about being gay in a positive way?
I think tons of people would say that it is, but I don't agree.
Okay, I agree with you. I make gay jokes. There's one gay comic that comes to my show sometimes, and I talk shit about him being gay all the time, and he's cool with it. I'm not naming names.
Comes to your show all the time?
Yeah, I'm not gonna name names.
He's openly gay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there, and there was one comic that came last night to my show, and he was like wearing a mask and stuff, and like he was like, I'm gonna switch out the microphone just so you know. I'm like, yeah, man, that's cool. You can do that. I'm fine with that. And I really am cool with it. Like you can switch out the mic. You can be
you can do whatever the hell you want.
You can
really.
do whatever you want. But then I did give him shit. I was like, after he went, I was like, I didn't know we allowed liberals in this fucking room, man. But it's
that's literally it's just what you do as a comic. You just fuck with people to fuck with people, right? Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's not like a personal thing.
But there are certain comics that get offended.
Yeah,
really easily.
But that's a good sign that you. I don't know that you. Well, not that you shouldn't be a comic. But that you should probably work on yourself more.
You need to reevaluate your life. But being offended...
Well, you gotta be tough.
Yeah.
Because
you gotta be tough.
Part of the reason you gotta be tough is because think about what is comedy? It's going up there, saying things, and waiting for people to laugh.
Yeah.
And if they don't fucking laugh, and you're like, oh, I'm offended they didn't laugh. Yeah. That's clearly their fault. What's wrong with them? Why do they think terrible things about me? Then you're never gonna be funny.
Yeah.
You got to be like, what's wrong with me?
I follow like Asheville, North Carolina comedy scene. I follow their Instagram page. I've not performed in Asheville before, but I'm just kind of just checking out shit around the area. And they posted something like, okay, so attention, we will not accept any offensive or homophobic or transphobic comments in the scene or something like that. I'm like, dude, you guys are a bunch of fucking pussies. Are you really comics? Like, I'm gonna be like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you want to make fun of me? Like, do it. Like, whatever you got. Oh, why you can't make fun of him? He's a cisgender motherfucking piece of shit, dude. You're privileged. Yeah. You can't I don't know. That's what they would say to me if I said that.
I heard this funny comic talking shit about Asheville. Jen Snyder.
That name sounds familiar.
She was at John Chappell's show at Sopor.
You know what?
And it was her second time comeback. She came back by request. Familiar. They really wanted her to come back.
That's great. Yeah, was she funny? You like her?
Yeah, she was funny.
Great, yeah. I thought she was my teacher because my teacher had a similar name. I had like one of my college teacher.
Have you seen her?
No.
Like, have you seen her? Oh, you haven't seen her before?
No, I've seen her.
That'd be hilarious if she was your fucking teacher. Like, it'd be a way different class, I imagine. Anyway.
No, wait, my teacher was like she's
wild.
She was she wasn't really that wild, but she was fit the profile, same profile. I would say. I saw a picture of Jen Snyder.
Oh, okay. So for some reason, whenever you said teacher, whenever I hear somebody call somebody a teacher, I always imagine elementary school.
It was my college film teacher.
Okay, that's different. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But she was fucking funny. But she was talking shit about Asheville, like joking, obviously, and talking about like however, like I don't know if I don't want to ruin her joke. Is it bad to mention?
Don't give the punchline away.
But basically, can I say the basic concept?
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of lipstick lesbians.
And
she didn't even call them that, but I think that was the basic idea she was talking about.
Yeah.
Because she probably doesn't want to call them that because they probably don't like that.
Is lipstick lesbian a slur?
I don't know. It probably is now.
It sounds nice.
Probably is now.
Yeah. Lipstick lesbian is basically like a pretty non-butchy lesbian, right?
Yeah. Because they still stick their lips. No, I'm just kidding. No. They try to look pretty and shit.
They try to look. I never understood this.
I mean,
well, if you are a lesbian, you're into girls, right? You're attracted to like a pretty girl. So why do you want to like?
I don't know if it has to be pretty.
Okay.
I don't know if they have to be pretty.
Whatever.
Not all like. Well, I guess I can see what you mean because attraction. You should be attracted to pretty people. I mean, you would think they were pretty.
If you're feminine, why wouldn't you want to be feminine? That doesn't exist in like the gay dudes, right? Gay dudes are like. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I don't know. It's just so different from person to person,
knows?
really.
Who knows?
But there's different categories. You can categorize types of people all across the world. But you got to remember that categories aren't hard and fast.
Yeah.
And they just help to easily describe certain types of people.
Yeah.
Which is just natural. Talking about going back to that shit about vaccinated and unvaccinated.
Yeah.
You can always drop people into categories, but you got to remember the categories don't fit. And that's one thing. Shit, I saw this fucking video of this woman freaking out, talking at some community meeting about how the virus isn't real. You're trying to fuck our kids. If you pass this law to like mask up like kids in school, you're destroying kids. That's what it is. 800,000 kids are lost per year. Where do they go? Maybe 80,000. It's like, it's this crazy like right wing.
The right wing people are obsessed with abductions and
I know
pedophilia and stuff.
human trafficking is happening.
Yeah.
And it, maybe we should talk about it more. I don't know. I don't know if we're talking about it enough or not. Literally, I'm saying I don't fucking know because I don't know this shit's going on. But why is it turning into an issue like that?
Yeah. It's weird. Like, in Forsyth County, which has like a real like weird history of like racism or whatever the fuck. They had a Black Lives Matter protest here last year, and it was like a lot of people. So it was like kind of surprised people that there was that much support. And then very shortly afterwards, like a couple weeks later, there was a much smaller protest in the same area, and it was against human trafficking. And so I was like, is this like the right wing response to the black? Or they were like, okay, we understand that that's what you're concerned about, but this is what we're concerned about.
Yeah, I don't know. But it definitely does feel like. I mean, I don't want to call those two extremes, but
they have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah, for sure.
They're just like, this is what we need to put our focus on, basically.
Yeah. But that either way, that chick, like, that woman screaming about that shit at a public thing and, like, saying COVID, like, she was saying there is no virus. The virus is the politicians taking our children, like, people taking our children, trafficking, all that. Like, it was clearly, like, this woman was so fucking wrong. But she was talking about basically, she was somebody advocating against wearing masks and against getting vaccinated. And it's like, seeing that, I was like, God damn it.
But you know what the thing is?
The idea, real quick, just like, I don't like the idea of being lumped in.
Yeah, that was what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. I was about to say, if somebody who was like super pro, like, lockdown and shit were to hear us talking, they'd be like, yeah, you're basically, you're same as her. Yeah, it's the same shit.
And that's one thing, like, that I was like, I don't want to be, I hate being lumped in with them.
Yeah.
But I think also, like, but it does make me think, like, you know what? I wonder, it helps, I think it's kind of good in a way to see that shit, to remind me that sometimes I may lump the other people in with the crazies that I see on that far side.
Right, yeah.
And I don't think I do that too much, but it doesn't matter. Any amount of me doing that is not helpful to the problem.
Yeah, one thing is certain. Sweeping generalizations.
Yeah.
Sweeping generalizations are always wrong.
Yeah. Any kind of, like, I was thinking about it too, and I was
that
like,
was a joke.
Wait. I wasn't even pulling this. I was in my own head thinking my own thing. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but I don't know. That's funny. Because it's funny because it really is, like, I mean, it's so fucking accurate.
Yeah. But it is a sweeping
generalization. Like, where is a sweeping generalization true?
Where is it true? Never. Well, I mean,
all humans are human. That's a sweeping generalization.
There you go.
Right?
Yep. That is.
But is that even a sweeping generalization? Or is that just an obvious thing because I said humans are human? Does that count as a generalization?
I think that's getting so into the fucking weeds of the
into the semantics of this bullshit idiot talk. I don't know.
It doesn't benefit the.
See, what it is we try to be smart about retarded things. Like, we're talking about retarded ass thing. Like, well, I think that there's something here. Here's a profound thought. All humans are humans.
That's
and that's gonna. A lot of people are gonna think that's offensive.
What, to act like retarded?
No, to act smart. Yeah. But I was thinking about that that idea of the lumping people into those categories. I don't know. This is probably gonna piss some people off, but I was thinking it was just as bad as saying like all black people are this, or that.
Mm-hmm.
It's really the same fucking thing. Like, all people that aren't vaccinated are this. It's the same as like saying all black people are this way.
The difference is whether or not you're going to be vaccinated is a choice. And the color of your skin is not a choice.
But I mean, it's still, no matter what, it's saying that one specific thing
Mm-hmm.
characterizes who you are so much that you don't have to engage with the person.
It is like that to that extent. The
Yeah.
the huge difference is there's choice versus not choice.
Yeah.
But in that way, it's similar in that way. Yeah.
Okay. We'll take another thing. This is gonna piss people off again. Your sexuality, lumping people by their sexuality into something, and you can sit here and say it's a choice or it's not a choice, either way. But where's the fucking proof that it's one or the other?
Yeah, I know we kind of have like a little bit of difference of opinion on this, but I mean, I guess doesn't matter to this conversation. I don't think sexuality is a choice.
I think that it's. I don't know how do you put it. It depends on what you're talking about. Choice.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of fucking people. I mean, well, I don't know. I don't know what the numbers is. I know there are definitely people that are born one way or another.
Am I the liberal in this conversation?
Maybe,
I the one?
but no. This is
Am
all
I on the left.
Well,
on
this
shit
no.
and
This
you're
has
the-
always been my fucking thing though on sexuality. Like way back, like in college, way back early
Yeah.
on before gay marriage was legal.
Yeah.
And shit, I had this conversation with a good friend of mine. He was gay about it. Like he was talking
he was gay,
about this.
so it's okay.
Well, no, and that's what I was saying. But we were having this conversation. It was, and another thing, it was perfectly fine to have the conversation. And there's no conclusive data on the fucking thing, so you can't tell me one way or the other. There's no conclusive data, and that's why you have the conversation, so you can keep exploring and finding out, and not shut down things before they're found out and cause terrible problems because you're building off a base of sand.
Yeah.
And the thing, like, because a lot of the argument that kept growing and growing and did eventually create, the pathway for gay marriage to be legal is that it's not a choice. It's not up to us. It's not a choice. And that so you have to legalize it because people don't have the choice of whether or not to be gay. And the thing for me always was, but what does it matter if it's a fucking choice or not? What does it matter?
Yeah.
Why are you not allowed to make the choice to be gay? Because there are definitely at least some people out there that make the choice to be gay, whether or not that choice is like somebody sitting here and said, I am going to be gay. I think that's fucking unlikely. But I think we have to acknowledge choice is deeper than just like, I'm deciding to do this. And but then you also get into that point. At that point, you're getting into an argument of what the fuck free choice is and whether or not it exists.
Okay, I don't know if I agree totally about that, but I do agree with the point that it doesn't matter whether or not it's a choice. Like, who gives a
that's
fuck?
the biggest
why
thing
does
to
it
me.
matter? The pushback I would have would be like pedophilia, like that could not be a choice, but still not okay. So that does maybe that's not pushback. Maybe
You're saying if pedophilia is not a
if
choice.
pedophilia is a choice, no matter if pedophilia is a choice or is not a choice,
yes,
no matter what, it's wrong.
yeah. No, I totally agree.
So choice doesn't come into it.
Yeah.
So that's what you're saying, right? That choice should not come into it.
Well, yeah.
Not to conflate being gay with being a pedophile.
No.
I'm just saying like your sexuality as an example.
Well, for me, no matter what, like the whole idea of building an argument off it's a choice or not, I don't like that.
It's a stupid thing to even think about.
Yes, because because that's also like that's what makes America fucking great. You can make your own fucking choices,
right?
And you can tell everybody to fuck off, and it doesn't matter. You're
you
allowed
agree-
to do what you want.
Do you agree with American
There's a principle.
exceptionalism?
What does that mean?
American section. It means that America is like better than most countries, just in general. Like I don't know because I haven't really been.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know if I can agree with that. I mean, I don't know. Like it's there aspects, of course, it is. Other aspects, of course, not.
Everybody talks about Mexico. Not. Everybody talks about America is free, super free. I've heard Mexico, that's really free. And I've been to Mexico, and I think Mexico is freer.
Yeah.
Than the U.S. The problem is
the cartel.
The problem's cartels.
So what's the cost of freedom?
But here's the thing: we have a cartel here, and it's called the U.S. government. It's called the police force. But
I don't know about the police
at the
force.
same
You put
time,
that as a cartel?
I don't fucking know. They arrest people.
I thought you were talking about
There's this okay.
law enforcement, like CIA, like trafficking drugs. I mean, that kind of shit.
At the same time, like, dude, if one of us accidentally stabbed ourselves or something, if the neighbor ran across the street and like was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, motherfuckers, we call the police and they saved us, we would have a different idea about it. We'd be grateful for the police, right? But we could also probably call the cartel and they might save us. I don't know though. They might not. I don't know. I know the cartel like kills children and tortures people and stuff though, so that's really.
I did one time watch a cartel video.
Yeah.
But the sound wasn't working, so I just watched this guy's head get sawn off with no sound, and it was still so excruciating, but I had to fucking watch it, and it was just, oh god, it was just. Ugh.
Why is the Mexican? Why of all people, in the whole world, Mexicans are the ones that are the most gruesome? Mexicans? Really?
Wait. How do you know they're the most gruesome? Why are you saying that?
Who's more gruesome?
Dude, I mean, I don't know for sure. I mean, I've heard shit. I guess I haven't seen. I saw that Mexican cartel funny.
The worst I've heard is from the Mexican cartel. Like I've heard that's the most gruesome.
Dude, they fucking do crazy ass shit to people over in the Middle East too. Like I don't know which countries exactly. Like
yeah,
they do really
I've heard
fucked
Middle
up
East,
shit.
yeah, I've heard they do some crazy shit too there. But
yeah.
I don't know. I've heard the most gruesome stories from like the Mexican cartel.
Maybe it's just because we're all so close to them, and because
they're
involved in our lives in certain ways here and there, like throughout. You know.
Oh, like shit. San Antonio, Texas.
Dude.
What?
Garrett was telling me he worked with this.
Shout out to Garrett Carpenter.
Yeah, Garrett Carpenter. He worked with this Mexican guy. That was he'd asked because Garrett's always been interested in like what type of like mobs or mafia or what's the general name for that shit? I don't know. What
organized crime.
Yeah. What type of organized crime is in Atlanta?
Yeah.
And he asked him like, you think there's a Mexican cartel in Atlanta? And he goes, oh yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
And he said that like Buford Highway is like most of the money that's been made on that shit goes to the cartel. Like a lot of the money does. Like not a lot of it, but a lot of it runs through the cartel one way or another.
Yeah.
And it was.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I've heard that like the reason that Chinese food is always so cheap is Chinese mafia. All Chinese food restaurants are fronts for the Chinese mafia.
Really? All of them?
I've heard that. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's.
I don't know if it could be all. There's so many.
Like if you go to a Chinese buffet, you can pay $4.99 for like a full like buffet with king crab and shit.
Yeah.
How are they making money?
Dude, went to this Ethiopian restaurant. Ariana and I went with we did a double date with Garrett and his girlfriend Lily at this Ethiopian restaurant.
Where was it? What was
it's in East Point. Okay. It's called Bole.
Okay.
Or Bowl. Bole. I think the E has an accent.
Okay.
Service sucked. I'm gonna put them on blast right now, because their fucking service sucked.
Yeah.
So we get there, they probably don't show up to the table until like 15 minutes after.
Oh man. I've had that experience at an Ethiopian place before.
Yeah. There's hardly anybody there. Like
there was us.
There's one other fucking group of people there, and they got their food after us. So we
I've
definitely
also had
ordered
some
first.
very good experiences at Ethiopian places. So
I'm sorry. This is only the second time I've been. The first time I went with you was with you guys, and things happen quickly.
Yeah.
So we went, ordered the food. Food took like more than 45 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
It was so fucking long. It got out there.
It's Ethiopian time. No, it's not. I mean, I said it's Ethiopian time.
Does it really take them that long?
No,
normal?
I'm just joking.
Okay.
It's usually that must have been that experience. That must have been that specific restaurant.
Yeah, but like the restaurant was so empty.
When what? No, okay.
So
I'm gonna tell you,
it wasn't like they were overrun.
You know what I think it is? That's the experience I've been having in restaurants recently because they're understaffed.
Oh, well, but another thing, like I've said, there's nobody in the restaurant.
Yeah.
But the parking lot, a lot of fucking cars out there.
Oh.
And Garrett had pointed this out at the beginning, and then I noticed later, he was like, yeah, you notice all those black SUVs out there? Like they're having some kind of convention. And then I noticed, I was like, fuck. There's like 3 or 4, I can't remember, 3 or 4 exactly the same black SUVs, Chevys. Big motherfucking cars, like, you know, motherfuckers, like you can imagine people getting out with goddamn fucking like AKs and that shit. And so I was thinking like, what? I bet you they don't give a fuck about service. Because what if it's a fucking mob? What if it's like Ethiopian mafia up in that shit? What if this is like their organized crime and this is their front that they're like pushing money through?
Yeah.
Maybe. Because there's so many cars. There literally was our table and one other table. It was like it was like a family, Yeah, it was a family of white people. Like I think a husband. I'm not sure because we walked by the window and I peeked in. I heard a baby crying. So I think it was like a mother and a father and like 2 children, maybe 3 children. Because I know there was a high chair at the end. So that's all that was there.
This one Ethiopian restaurant we used to go to all the time.
Oh shit! I'm fucking up your floor.
No, you're good. They had this one Ethiopian restaurant we used to go to all the time. They had slot machines in the back.
That's funny.
I know.
Like a gas station. Well, like
yeah, it's like that.
The gas station is still silly with that. Yeah. Or like Jimmy Mac's.
There was shout out Jimmy Mac's. There was I never heard about an Ethiopian mob, but
Jimmy Mac's probably run by the
Irish mob.
Oh, I was thinking the redneck meth sucking mob. Meth sucking. Nobody sucks on
you meth suckers.
Just like a piece of meth.
Oh. E. Craig would always talk about the Nigerian mafia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta take a piss real quick.
Stuff. Yeah, me too. You gonna pause it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're not fucking live, so fuck you. Not that I was worried. I don't know. I've started like just the past couple years. I noticed that I don't care as much about giving off the perception that I've got a big dick. You know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know if I.
You shouldn't.
Care,
why should you care?
I would make small dick jokes before, of course, but now it's like I don't care. Like I'll make small dick jokes still, kind of, or big dick jokes still, but I less like feel like I don't know. It feels less important to me.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, hey, what would it matter? I mean, I get that it would matter, but like really, I don't know.
You gotta own it.
Well, you're gonna own it no matter what. It's your dick.
Like if you're short, you can't be like, man, I'm tall.
Yeah, I know. That would suck to be short.
Everybody who's watching this, me and Andrew are both like 4 feet tall.
Yeah. 4'7", 8 inches. No, I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I was trying to show somehow we're tall. No, but
4 foot and 48 inches.
yeah.
That's 6 feet.
No, that's not. That's more. That's 8 feet. We're 8 feet tall.
We're 8 feet tall.
This is just it's a big room we made. That's what we should do for the podcast.
What?
We should build a small set to make us look like giants.
That's funny because like having a little thing makes you feel dainty. You know, like if you have a little bitty teacup, you feel like a dainty little thing. But actually, if you're huge, you're gonna have a little teacup and it's normal, right? If you got a big ass fucking mug, I got this big mug right here. Yeah, that's because you're tiny.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
We should also like the way to do it too is whenever we have guests on, we sit closer to the camera and we have like normal size chairs, but we give them no, we have tiny chairs, but they have like a big chair to make all of our guests look small.
Yeah, we're gonna sit on tiny chairs.
This entire podcast is now dedicated to giving off the illusion that we're tall people.
We are tall though.
Oh yeah.
How tall are you?
We're like way taller.
I'm 6'7".
I'm definitely not 4 feet taller. I'm out of the 4 foot range.
8 feet.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm 6'7" and Andrew's 8 feet tall.
I'm 8 feet tall.
8 baby feet tall.
You don't got to describe the type of feet. I'm 8 feet tall. Not saying whether or not that's American standard.
Mm-hmm. Did you read that non-binary warrior article I sent to you?
Oh yeah. I did read.
Okay, so there was this article on NPR, and it was talking about how there was this warrior dug up their grave, and they determined they were non-binary, and the reason they said they were non-binary is because they have a genetic abnormality that gives them an extra X chromosome. I'm sorry. I didn't know that having a genetic abnormality would contribute in any way to whether or not you're non-binary.
Yeah.
Why would you assume that shit?
Yeah.
That's like the opposite of like what you probably should do. You know what I mean? Like, if you're, I don't fucking know. If you say, oh, this person has, like, what if you were to be like, oh, this person has an extra chromosome, they have Down syndrome? That means that they're gay. People with Down syndrome are gay. That's the same shit. Same shit. That's it. That's, you know what I mean? There's no difference. What's the difference?
Well, also, what I think is kind of fucked. Well, no, I mean it's not really fucked up. They're just saying, well, there's a probability of this. There's also a probability that was a monkey, or there's a probability that's an alligator. I don't know, but either way, they're saying they're assuming this motherfucking pile of bones is gender identity. Isn't that what so many people get in trouble for these days? Assuming somebody else's gender identity without first asking.
Yeah. How are you gonna assume that shit? But it's in the guise of being like, yeah, this is powerful because back in the day, people were non-binary.
There's certain ways to assume correctly.
if you assume that I'm gay, then you're progressive. So just make that assumption about me.
Oh man.
And okay, so I looked into the genetic abnormality that person had. So there's two.
Oh, really? You did?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So women have. Oh, I'm sorry. This is going to be controversial. This is controversial, but women have 2 X chromosomes, and men have an X and a Y. I'm sorry, I just got canceled there by saying that. But
every time I have an X, I'm like, why? Every time women have an X, they're like, let's have another X.
That's a good joke.
You think so?
I think it's the start.
Like, yeah, it's something there about women rebounding and men crying.
But you can't say the joke because it's offensive. Because
first, I got to establish the XX and the XY chromosome to people.
Yeah.
Which
people should know that though. That's pretty common knowledge.
But I feel like that's the thing. Like, I would assume they should. But the thing about jokes sometimes is you got to assume that people don't know shit.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you give all the information.
Yeah.
But I could always try that one out with just the XX and XY and see if it works.
Yeah.
If it doesn't,
just do it. So I looked into the whole. Okay, so women have 2 X chromosomes, right? Men have an X and a Y chromosome, and that's what makes the difference between men and women, right?
Yeah, because men are XY.
And so this particular genetic abnormality has 2 X chromosomes and a Y chromosome. Okay.
Yeah.
And the traits of this abnormality are, for a man, you're tall, you're taller than normal. You have wider hips and narrower shoulders. You have a full head of hair. Your hairline does not recede. Yep, that's one of the traits.
Huh.
Your hairline does not recede. You have a full head of hair.
Damn.
And you have tits.
You got tits?
You got tits.
You get full on tits?
You trying to trade some tits for a hairline?
Nah, dude. I'll take a bald head over some tits.
And the last one is that your cognitive abilities are lessened. You're not as smart. You're not. Okay, so
stay away from that one.
So those are the characteristics of a person with this genetic abnormality.
You're not as smart?
You have your brain, your cognitive abilities are stunted. Whatever the fuck. Okay.
Wow.
So they think that this person who had this I'm not gonna say disorder, this abnormality was respected. That was the one thing they kept on saying. They were respected because they were buried with their sword and some jewelry and stuff.
Yeah.
Which cool, whatever. Maybe they were a warrior. Who knows? Everybody was probably a warrior back then. Maybe there was a big-titted warrior that ran around and Oh, and they can't grow a beard. They cannot grow a beard. That's the other thing. And so I looked at that genetic abnormality, and one of the top searches is celebrities with this thing, and the top celebrity that they say has this that came up over and over again.
It's Pat. Okay.
I can't make jokes about it. Saturday Night Live. It's Pat now. Was Tom Cruise. which I think is fucking insane because he is the opposite of all this. He's shorter.
He's got.
He
broad
does have
shoulders.
a full beard. He's got broad shoulders. Doesn't have big hips.
Oh, he has a full beard. I don't remember his beard.
But in the last samurai, he had a beard.
Right.
And
they can always fake that, but you know if it's real or not? Is it obvious it's real?
It was real, bro.
Okay.
Let me tell you, it was real. I don't know. Maybe that's the one thing he doesn't have. I don't know, but
or so maybe the whole XXY shit is just inaccurate.
Like I don't think he has it. I don't know. Okay, so the reason they're saying he has it is because they said that he was dyslexic. Yeah, because it says it affects you cognitively. So he's dyslexic.
The guy is clearly fucking intelligent.
He's dyslexic though. So
That's
what
so
the
fucked
fuck,
up.
man? Look it up. If you look up that,
so crazy.
If you look up that genetic abnormality over and over again, Tom Cruise will come up. Like what the fuck,
dude? That is fucking crazy.
It's insane. Like that just shows that nobody knows fucking shit about.
I know people don't like
thing.
Tom Cruise and shit like that. And you know, number one, I do kind of like Tom Cruise. I like watching him in movies. Well, I've always said one of the biggest reasons, and I do really like it. Huh?
Team Tom. Team Tom.
Team Tom.
Team Tom.
I like honestly, I like watching him fucking run. Because when that motherfucker runs, he runs. He doesn't, he's fucking running. Like, you know, it's intense. Like, whenever he's running in a movie, I feel like
what movie is he running in?
Oh, dude, that's why he has the Mission Impossible franchise.
War of the Worlds he's running, and he goes.
Oh, yeah. But every single Mission Impossible.
I never really watched Mission Impossible. It's boring to me.
Dude, the first one I really liked a lot. It was a totally different type. And then all the, like, it's slowly, like, by the third one, it's evolved into basically being an American James Bond. So, action, like, witty, funny shit. So, it's like, it's action and humor.
Yeah, there was one that was directed by a Hong Kong guy, right? I think so. Hong Kong. Because he's talking about
that
how,
was the second one, probably.
Okay.
Or, well, wait. I don't know Hong Kong. Maybe John
Woo, maybe. Yeah,
is he a Hong Kong guy? I don't know anything about John Woo.
I know he
likes.
I mean, if it's a Chinese director, he's probably a Hong Kong guy.
Dude, I always assumed John Woo was white because his name's John, I don't know. But his last name's Woo.
John Woo is definitely a Hong Kong guy.
I don't know. Okay. It's just
you assumed he was white.
It was just a confusing name for me, like John. Like
that's his American name. His name's probably like Weeson or something. I don't know.
Why does he go by John?
Because you got an American name. Like my mother-in-law. You know what my mother-in-law's name is? She's got an American name. My mother-in-law is from Korea.
What's her name?
She's got an American name. It's Teresa.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, nobody calls her that though.
Soon
is her last name.
Oh,
but it's actually your first name. But it gets confusing because.
Shit.
You use your last name. In Korea, your last name is first. I don't even know her full. I don't know. Should I be giving out full names and shit?
Oh yeah, no, I don't know.
Right now.
Wasn't it two words that are actually that are English words as well? Is it right? I thought it was two words that were English words, or maybe I just used to joke about it, calling it sooner or later. Yeah. I don't know. That's it. I just made the joke. There wasn't like actual. It's not like her other name's a real.
Well, one of them is.
Is it an English word?
It's an English word.
Well, you know, obviously it's not an English word, but I mean, is it also an English word?
Yeah, it's oak.
Okay.
That's an English word, yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know why I was talking about that.
John Woo backing up, Tom Cruise, the one you probably saw Mission Impossible 2 or 3. No, 3 was also still intense.
I've never seen any Mission Impossible movies, man. They're just boring to me. I don't like them.
I like them. What would you like James Bond movies? You don't watch that shit.
Nah, not really. No.
You don't like action, blowing up stuff, shooting stuff.
Yeah, that's just boring to me.
I like that. I find it exciting, especially that's the thing for me. Like one thing about it, why I like Tom Cruise is. Which I haven't watched him in years. But I used to like him whenever I was younger, like because in Mission Impossible, all the Mission Impossibles, he has a lot of scenes where he's fucking running. But when he runs, dude, like he's legitimately fucking running.
So you think him running is the reason he's so popular?
No, not why he's popular. I'm just saying this is why I like.
That's why you like his running.
Because he goes for it. It's like whenever I see him running, I know that he's not acting. He's fucking running. And he goes so fast, dude. Yeah. And it's just like, and he's running through shit, and he's crossing around. He's like clearly, he's got a real fucking place he's got to be, and he's gonna fucking do some shit.
He's going home. He's like, I gotta get home, man. I'm tired of this shit.
No, he's saving people, and shit like that. It's like,
What do you think about him doing his own stunts?
I think that's cool as shit. That's something that another reason I like him.
I differ. You know why I differ? About him doing his own stunts?
Why?
Because he could have a stuntman doing his own stunts.
Oh, so you want to hire somebody else? Like, oh, you're not employing somebody. Fuck that.
Oh, well, guess what? If Tom Cruise breaks his leg and doing a stunt, which has happened,
yeah,
that's a whole day of production.
Fuck it, dude.
That's
He's a
everybody.
producer.
That's everybody in the whole fucking. That's all the grips, the fucking lighting motherfuckers, the PAs and shit. Until your leg heals, we're done with this.
Dude, they get paid a lot of
film.
fucking money.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I feel like
this is me saying this who doesn't get paid much. So to me, that money is a lot of fucking money.
I
but
feel
also
like,
to me, like at the end of the day, what fucking matters the most is the product.
I
It's
feel
the
like
movie.
you doing your own stunt is just like there's no reason for it besides just street cred, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I do my own stunts. Who gives a fuck, man? Everybody has stuntmen.
I don't.
You know, if you have a stuntman, that's the role of a stuntman is to be put in danger so that if something happens to the stuntman, you're still good. You're still in good shape to continue the movie. Guess who else did his own stunts?
He doesn't do every
Fucking Jackie
single
Chan.
one of his own stunts.
Jackie Chan in this movie right here, Operation Condor. He had to go. He jumped off a cliff and fucking landed on his fucking face and had to go to the hospital. He had to get airlifted out. Guess how much money? Guess how much that costed the whole operation?
How much?
I don't know. I don't even know if it costed him anything. I'm just talking shit.
Nah, dude, I totally dig doing their own stunt shit.
Really, I don't.
Yeah.
Because why? Because
I mean, you're saying
What's the-
street cred, but it really does fucking add something. It's like
okay, so you value street cred. Okay, cool.
yeah, but
Cool.
but also like then you when you're watching the fucking movie. I mean, I don't know, but I feel like there's something different when you know who the fuck you're watching. Whenever it's that person doing that shit,
Yeah.
And also you can get different shots when it's the real person.
Yeah.
Well, though these days you can CGI some fucking faces on and shit, but
Man, fuck CGI.
no,
You heard it here today. Fuck. Did you hear about what Arnold Schwarzenegger said?
no.
He said, "Screw your freedoms." Screw your freedoms is what he said.
Old Arnie.
I used to kind of like
Arnold
man.
Schwarzenegger said, "Screw your freedoms."
Arnold motherfucking Schwarzenegger said, "Screw your."
The motherfucker that wanted to change the Constitution so his ass could run for fucking president.
He.
Screw your freedoms. How?
The context was around people who didn't want it to like have lockdowns and stuff with COVID, and they were complaining about this is my freedoms. He's like, screw your freedoms. This is about safety. Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger, he was the Republican fucking governor of California. I don't know. I think screw your freedoms is. I don't know if there's any way to spin that to be okay. I don't know if there's any way that that's not just the worst thing that you could possibly say.
No, it's making their message loud and clear, and there's no fucking lying about it.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, him of all people, I didn't expect that.
Me either.
People make jokes. People are making jokes about it, like, "Oh yeah, he's Austrian, the same place that Hitler was from." I'm not making that comparison. I don't know. Everybody's saying like that. Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, his dad was a Nazi and stuff.
He
I'm not
so
making
badly
that
wanted
comparison.
to come to America for the opportunity and the freedom and that. You know.
But no, that just shows that I think he has good intentions though. I'm gonna say that I think he does care about safety. I don't think he wants to be authoritarian just to fuck with people. I think he does think that this is gonna help people.
I do agree.
But I think he's super misguided right now.
Yeah.
Which feels weird because I'm like, dude, he's been like doing shit like since before I was born and shit. Like he's so much older than me. Shouldn't he be wiser than me?
It's not that kind of shit. Though. Yeah, I mean that's what's that's one of those old fucking things. Just because you're age doesn't guarantee wisdom.
I did some I tried to work out some joke about like the old people try to tell me like shit. I'm like just because you're old doesn't mean that you're wise. You just have been stupider for longer.
Yeah.
But it never worked out.
Something I want to do.
I'm sorry.
I should swap out the battery real fast because
All right.
it's probably going to die like right in the middle of. Even if we're to end it right now, it might die. Schwarzenegger.
Ooh. Okay, say that joke again about Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Screw your freedom and your mom or maid. Screw your freedom and your maids.
Screw your freedoms and your maids.
That was a terrible Arnold Schwarzenegger one. Screw
He's-
your freedoms.
Screw your freedom. He's no longer Conan. Arnold Schwarzenegger, guess what? You're not Conan no more.
No longer Conan
Guess what?
O'Brien.
You're no longer the Terminator no more. You can still be Junior. You can be the pregnant. you can be the dude who had a baby. But guess what? All the other things is we officially television for the Smartarded has officially taken those roles away from you. And Legacy, we're retconning your career. You weren't even in those movies anymore.
Yeah. You know, Robert Patrick.
Yeah.
He's the Terminator.
Robert Patrick was
He's
the
a
Terminator.
real Terminator.
Jason Momoa is fucking Conan.
Oh, yeah, I think I heard about that.
I think he was. That was like
Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago or something.
What? It already came out?
I thought so.
I didn't
It
know.
did really bad, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Jason Momoa, Robert Patrick, and Sinbad. Is the
Sinbad.
Jingle All the Way Man. That's Sinbad's movie. We're gonna
Jingle
remake
All
the
the Way.
cover. And it's gonna be about the guy that got screwed over by the asshole. Where's he from again?
What Shaq? What's Big Shaq?
Austrian.
Huh?
What? No.
What are you talking about?
No, Sinbad is the new Jingle All the Way dude.
Yeah, and then Sinbad was
Shaq?
already in Jingle All the Way, wasn't
Yeah, I'm saying he's the new face of it.
he? Yeah, and then we can.
It's about him now.
We can make Sinbad be him, his own character, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger's character is replaced with Shaq.
No, we just watched the movie differently. We watched like this asshole, Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Kind of like the way
destroys Sinbad's Christmas.
kind of like the way the people are saying like the Karate Kid was like the main character in Karate Kid was actually the bad guy.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
need to watch that movie again.
Because if you really look at it, he really is kind of the
How so?
instigator.
Does he like
'Cause
transform?
What?
Does he transform?
Transform?
Well, I've heard often like with movies, the main character, the real like the main character by it's somebody who goes through a change. They
Yeah.
start off some way. There's some impetus for change, and then they do change.
A character arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he have a character arc?
Did yeah he did because in the
The
beginning
bad guy? Okay.
the bad guy oh dude that's such a good point that is what makes him the main character. But no, okay, so no, Ralph Macchio was the main character in Karate Kid, but the theory is that he was actually like in the wrong. He was the bad guy.
Yeah.
And that Johnny Lawrence was actually the good guy because he was just in the first time Johnny Lawrence showed up, he was saying like, I'm gonna turn my life around. I'm done being a delinquent. I'm over this shit. And then he goes in on the beach, and Ralph Macchio is talking to his ex-girlfriend on the beach, and then
Ralph's ex-girlfriend, or the other guy's ex-girlfriend?
the Karate Kid is new in town, and
Oh.
yeah, so he goes up to him and he just instigates shit, right? Ralph Macchio.
Wait, but he talks to the other guy's ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, he's talking to his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend. So they're not together anymore. And then he comes up, and what happens? He's like playing music and stuff, and I can't remember.
The bad guy comes up playing music.
Yeah, he comes up playing music, and then Ralph Macchio. Basically, he's like gets in an argument with his ex-girlfriend, and Ralph Macchio just like comes in and like pushes him and stuff. And at that point, that dude kicks him, and then he keeps on fighting him.
Kicks Ralph Macchio?
No, he doesn't kick him actually. Ralph Macchio is trying to fight this dude, and this dude is just like dodging him and moving out of the way and stuff, and he finally punches him. So it like for a while, the villain supposedly is trying to be peaceful and not fight back and just like moving out of the way and stuff. And then Ralph Macchio.
But they're saying the movie was trying to say he was bad because he was talking shit to his own ex-girlfriend.
I guess so. Yeah.
And that Karate Kid's trying to stand up.
Yeah. And then after everything is like over, like their beef is over, on Halloween he just goes and like pours water on him just for no reason.
Ralph Macchio does?
Yeah. And so that's what happens.
After the whole thing's over? Like
yeah,
after they've settled
like,
the
yeah,
whole dispute?
like they kind of like this dispute settled. It's been like a couple of months because that's when he first moved to town. It's Halloween now. It's October. And then he just goes on the Halloween party and he just like starts dumping water on this dude.
Wait, is this before he becomes a Karate Kid?
Yeah. And then that's when they all beat his ass because he dumped water on him.
They all beat the Karate Kid's ass?
Yeah. And that's when the Mr. Miyagi comes and saves him.
Oh, and turns him into the Karate Kid. And does he kick that guy's ass later on?
At the tournament, yeah.
Wow.
That's why the Cobra Kai.
I need to watch this shit again.
I think it's a good movie. It was directed by the same guy who directed The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's true or not, but it might be.
What's that fucker's name? I don't know. I enjoyed that movie.
So,
The Empire Strikes Back.
And a lot of people say that Empire did nothing wrong also. A lot of people say that the Rebellion were the real bad guys and the Empire were the good guys.
They blew up a whole planet.
That's the biggest thing that they can't deny. They blew up Alderaan.
Blew up a whole fucking planet.
Yeah, for no fucking reason.
Even if there's nobody on it, you don't deserve to blow up the stars, dude. Nobody fucking has that like right unless, I mean, if you can, I don't know.
The way we're going right now, people are saying we have the right to, like, make you be vaccinated and stuff.
Yeah,
it's a slippery slope to blowing up planets.
If you just imagine, like, nobody understands what it is to blow up a planet.
Yeah.
Like, now especially. If motherfuckers start blowing up planets, you got no clue what effect that's going to have, like, on the entire fucking universe.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
The whole universe would be like, uh-oh. Like, you know.
Maybe that's dark matter.
How? What do you mean?
I don't fucking know. Maybe dark matter is made up of...
I don't know shit about dark matter. I know.
Planets.
I've read and heard some shit about dark matter.
Supposedly, dark matter is the primary thing. There's more dark matter than there is.
Okay, I've heard that.
Other shit.
I've heard that. But I mean, I haven't like sat down and really looked into dark matter to understand it. And to me, it just isn't. I don't get it. I don't know what. I don't know. When people say dark matter, I've got no clue what they're talking about. Yeah. It's dark to me. I got no clue.
Yeah. Okay. We gotta try to wrap shit up. What's the most important thing you want to talk about before we wrap shit up? We've got the fucking mayoral race in Forsyth County. We've got 1, 2, 3, go.
There's a lot of races coming up throughout. I mean, well, you know, I don't know. But some of the shit we've been talking about. So there's a lot of divisiveness and a lot of races, and you got to remember that a lot of this divisiveness. This is a stupid little, like, maybe moral message, but, there's a lot of this divisiveness being created by bullshit.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people I know that I feel like divided by this. And I definitely feel myself being pulled one way or another. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I have people both directions that I love and that I think it's important to remember that the individuals are still individuals and to do your best to remember that those other people that look fucking crazy are individuals to other people too, and that they are still people that deserve to be loved, and you just gotta fucking don't start thinking that some people don't deserve to live and should die. I mean, because really, I mean, it's I know that sounds like crazy, but in small ways, your thoughts that you're thinking sometimes do lead down that path. So just follow the thoughts you have and see if they lead to you thinking a person should die, and then maybe realize that that's not a good thought to have, or that person shouldn't exist, or that person shouldn't be, whatever way you want to put it. If you believe that their existence is bad for humanity, then maybe you're having a bad thought instead. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Trying to have some way to look at things more positively if you can. Which that sounds like such a dark thing that I said, I guess, but I think it's good to know that your thoughts are dark so that you can remember that you can be bad too. I don't know.
It's good to know your thoughts are dark, so to know you can be bad too.
Yeah, to know that everybody else that you're calling bad, maybe that's you as well. I don't know.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of pushback against thinking like that because, like, one example of people thinking like that is like saying, like, oh, well, why did people sympathize with Nazis back in the day? And they try to find the psychology behind it. And I think there's a lot of people who say, why are you trying to, like, sympathize with Nazis? You know, like, you're trying to say that, like, what they did was justified. But no, I'm not trying to say that it was justified. No. I'm trying to say that this is the mentality that led to this horrible shit.
Yes.
And we need to, like, worry about that happening again.
Yeah.
Back in the day, like, I remember like on the Daily Show, there was this one segment where Jon Stewart of the Daily Show was talking about, like, you should not compare people to Nazis. You should, like, because yeah. And now, like, everybody forgot that shit.
Anybody you don't like, Nazi.
You're
you
Nazi.
know?
Nazi.
Yeah.
Nazi. You know what happened? The definition of a racist got so broad that everybody's a racist now. So now they're, oh shit, we can't call people racist. The worst thing ever now. We have to find something worse. We'll call them a white supremacist or a Nazi, you know?
No, yeah, well, you making that point, like, that's a great fucking point. Because I have found that bizarre that white supremacists become such a commonplace word. It's like, why do you think things have gotten worse?
Yeah,
like,
there are white supremacists.
Of course, but, like, it's so many people, like, put them in the white supremacist camp, and there's, like, all these, like, boom, 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 just fucking buildings. Like, white supremacists? That's, like, extreme racist. In my opinion, like, if you, like, to me, if you follow the just wording of it, that's extreme fucking racism. And
they're out there, but they're fucking crazy people.
Yeah, but it's also one specific type, and it doesn't. So then all the other people that are racist against this or that kind of get like, don't worry about them. Worry about the white supremacists, just the people that believe the white race is the biggest. I don't know.
It's because that's the race that has the power. And if you don't have the power, that means that you're not actually doing anything wrong. Yeah, what's that? I don't believe. I don't know. I think people don't understand power. What does it matter? It shouldn't matter. That's the whole thing about choice. Same idea as, like, if you have the choice, it shouldn't matter whether this is a choice to be gay, supposedly, like what you were saying. It shouldn't matter if being gay is a choice or not. Just don't fucking worry about it. Who cares? Just let people be who they are. Yeah. So it's the same thing about, like, well, it's okay to be racist in this regard, but it's not okay to be racist in this regard. No, it's the ideology. The idea that, like, to think that some people are better than others because of skin color, like, or it's just fucking stupid. Really, because of anything. It doesn't matter. Like, that can expand. To think that people are better than others, like, clearly that's, like, the core of the issue. Yeah. Because to think that some people are better than other people because of, like, I don't know, identity factors or whatever. Yeah. Or any, like, really, I mean, there's very few reasons to think other people are better than other people, other than actual, like, fucking merit. What they've actually accomplished. Yeah, like, you are better respected. Like, you're better doing this and that. Like Tiger Woods, he's better playing golf than you, motherfuckers. But not me, man. Have you ever even played? No, but I bet I could play better than him. You don't know that he's better than him. I might be better than him, man. I never played before. Well, okay, let's make another shout out. Tiger Woods is better at playing golf than Taylor Neely.
Taylor
out Taylor
Neely
Neely.
loves golf, so calling him out.
Yeah, I know he does.
But well, this is another comparison to Taylor Neely. I don't know about Taylor Neely's ability to handle relationships, but Tiger Woods is not good at being in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
He's really good at playing golf, but he's not very good at being in a relationship.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. That's the only way to, like, evaluate people, what they fucking do. Like, you're better at than other people. And it's only, like, relative to other people. Like, it doesn't mean that you're the best. Like, somebody could come along next year and, boom, blow you out of the fucking
Are you
water.
saying that you think that it's appropriate to judge people based on the content of their character? Which is something I'm not allowed to say for some reason.
I mean, I guess that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
It's really simple. I don't know. It's just controversial. It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. What the fuck? Everything's crazy. I'm going I'm gonna. I don't know what I want to. I'm getting sad.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Because I don't know what the fuck is happening. Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean,
honestly,
all that's happening is, like, you just got to keep. I think we just have to keep doing this. That, it makes you feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
That this, like, some of the stuff we're saying, people might feel bad about. But then I wonder, like, do people really judge us for some of the stuff we're saying? Is that actually happening in reality? Or am I getting this picture from a small subset of the population?
Yeah.
And are they not the majority of people? And so all I can think is, like, I just got to find it in me to keep saying these things, but also be vulnerable to the fact that I may be wrong about a shit ton of it.
Yeah.
And to try to be open to changing when that happens, but to try to not be scared to speak.
Yeah.
That's all that I can think to do.
Why should you be scared to say what you think?
And one thing I wonder too is, like, maybe it's also just a part of my personality that I'm scared to say what I think no matter what. And so maybe my feeling. A lot
of people are.
Yeah, I think so. But I wonder if my feeling of being oppressed is partially an aspect of my personality. Yeah. Though I can't fully believe that it's not partially driven by what's happening in the media and the government, the culture, and all that shit. But I at the same time I do know that part of it is definitely an aspect of my personality.
Yeah.
I know that I have often, like, even before shit was like crazy, I have often felt like I can't speak my mind fully all the time.
Yeah.
So it's a weird balancing act to find.
Yeah.
I don't know. We
should just start doing it. Everybody should start just speaking their mind. Let's just do it. Just start talking.
Say
whatever.
Say whatever if you see, if you're hanging out with me or whatever, or Josh, I'm sure also, like, say whatever crazy fucking thing that pops in your head. I don't give a shit.
Wild.
And you know what? If I do think it's fucked up, I'll let you know. But you know what? I'm one motherfucker. You don't have to listen to me. But I'm not gonna, like, hate you because of it, unless, like, well, it doesn't matter if I hate you anyway. If I hate you for anything, or if you hate me for anything, then just don't hang out with me anymore.
How are we in the minority in this shit? It's crazy. What the fuck is happening right now?
Well, I don't know if we're in the minority. That's what I wonder. That's what I'm always questioning.
If you follow the front page, like somebody back to No New Normal subreddit, they just got quarantined, which is kind of a soft ban on Reddit. If you're quarantined, you're soft banned. And they got quarantined for spreading misinformation. And somebody posted on Reddit, it was like on the front page, like,
I thought Reddit was out of hand, dude. I thought Reddit was like, nobody fucking controls us.
Nope.
Even Reddit's
very.
What about 4chan? Is 4chan so fucking crazy as shit?
I don't go on 4chan. I don't know about 4chan.
Yeah, me neither.
So somebody asked, like, what the fuck is No New Normal on the front page of Reddit, like out of the loop Reddit, the subreddit about I'm out of the loop on this. What is this? And so the number one top post, very much upvoted the most, said No New Normal is a bunch of anti-vaxxers. Not true. Yeah. I'm sure there's some on there, but it's not about being anti-vax. Okay, that's even I don't even. You know what? I haven't heard anything about being anti-vax for like years now. Like that's like fucking old. Like nobody like I don't know. There's not like a lot of anti-vax shit.
Ever since Jim Carrey and Jenny McCarthy broke up, nobody's talking about it.
That was the thing. there was a they're using anti-vaxxer as like some kind of slur right now for people who aren't like.
Shout out to Jim Carrey and Jenny McCarthy. Hit us up. You're welcome to be guests on the podcast anytime. Using it as a slur.
Anytime except next week. It's doing
funny.
Next week.
Oh yeah.
But
it's funny they got it's like a big old they got an old toy box of
that's
like,
it. Yeah, an old toy.
Anti-vaxxer. Let's try that one again.
There you go.
It stuck.
But so and they said they're in a vocal minority. They called people who are anti-lockdowns a vocal minority. So in their perspective, they think that the majority of the people in the world are pro-lockdowns, and there's a very small minority of people who are anti-lockdowns, and they're just really loud and like making themselves known a lot. What the fuck is the truth? I thought it was the opposite. I thought it was the polar reverse. What is happening? What's the truth? I don't know.
Dude.
I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know what the truth is.
I don't know either. But one thing you can do, at least, I don't know what's going on with the rest of the world. But I know in America, most motherfuckers are out doing shit.
And if
which
they're not,
to me says they're not into lockdowns, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you believe that. I mean, you do the thing that you believe is right to do, right? I mean, I don't know if that.
If you're courageous,
but whatever
then you do what you think is right.
But whatever you're fucking doing, like I mean, that's not what I mean. The thing I said earlier is not what I mean. It's whatever you are actually doing shows more to me what you believe in.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know it, like the people are going out, so clearly they're not for lockdowns.
Yeah.
There might be people going up and like, man, shouldn't we have lockdowns? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Hey, can I get another martini? Like
what the fuck is gonna happen now? We've had like almost 2 years now of fucking like the government just paying everybody. Right now we have like housing, like houses are super fucking expensive.
Oh yeah, man.
The housing market's gonna crash, and when the housing market's gonna crash,
somebody's looking not to buy. Somebody's looking right now to rent, and they said it's so fucking difficult. Because people are buying places and renting places sight unseen.
Once it crashes, people are gonna be fucked.
That's the scary part. Everybody's concerned about now, but the scary part's whenever it crashes, nobody has money, nobody has access to food or things. That's the fucking scary part. Because if you don't have the things, what are you gonna do?
And this could have been prevented. Also, is the thing. This isn't about a biological like fucking virus or whatever the fuck. Yeah. This is people's actions that have caused this.
Yeah. Because people were trying to have the conversation, and people said those people having the conversation want people to die.
Don't have a conversation, guys.
Yeah.
Let's stifle conversations.
Yeah. Because if you start to say things, people might actually realize that you have an argument. They might think for themselves. They might take two arguments and compare them.
If it's such a dangerous fucking bullshit stupid thing, let people say it. Then they'll make a fool out of themselves. Let people make a fool of themselves. Otherwise, if you're gonna keep them from saying some shit, I'm gonna think that they might have a point.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. But part of that is that, like I was thinking earlier today, like I've always been kind of like a guy that rooted for the underdog. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like, especially like watching sports or anything, because I don't really watch sports. But if people are watching sports, I'll fucking watch. Yeah. But if I'm watching, they're all like cheering for the same team. I'll be kind of like on the other team's side. Yeah. And what are they doing? Especially if the other team's losing, we're more like, oh, come on, you can do that. Come on. And every like little win they get, I'll like cheer for. Even if it's like if say if it's fucking football, every first down they get, I'm like, well, fuck yeah, maybe they got a chance. Yeah. Like, it matters to me that I just see somebody that's being shat on by all the people around me to see them do good. Yeah. And it's also, like, to be honest, too, another part of it is to watch all those people in there that are cheering for somebody lose. And watch them go like, fuck! Watch them get mad.
Where's
like,
this going? Are you saying you want to be the underdog in the whole fucking thing?
No, I'm saying that I'm admitting that part of the reason that I react the way I do to like what you're saying with if you're telling people to shut up. Part of the reason I react the way I was like, well, I want to hear what they got to say now.
I wonder what that is about psychology. This
I don't
people
know.
root for the underdog. Maybe it is that. Maybe something built into us to be like, wait, if this person's down, maybe there's something there.
Oh yeah,
If this person is being fucked by the whole.
Because you want to see, well, if the underdog comes back, then that shows the ability to face a challenge, to rise in the face of a challenge.
Which I will say that's not a very good reason to believe shit.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm saying part of it,
yeah.
part of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's part of what I'm doing. I'm saying part of what I'm doing may be this illogical desire for the underdog to win.
And you know what? Some people are gonna see you say that and say, "Oh yeah, I got him. He's just fucking bullshit all the time." But guess what? You are courageous, in my opinion. You're courageous for admitting that, because it could hurt your argument. So you being completely transparent is the courageous thing to do.
I appreciate you saying that, but for me, like,
dude, fuck you. You been trying to suck my dick or some shit?
No, I mean, I do appreciate it, but for me, it's just like, well, I mean, it is the honesty and transparency. I just want to be honest because I feel like a lot of other people out there, whatever arguments they're making on either side, to whatever degree of extreme, no matter what, I feel like a lot of those people probably have similar doubts and things like that are wrapped because we're all humans and we all got fucking problems.
Yep.
And so the more we can admit that some of our problems may be a part of what we think, the more we can help really examine arguments to see how things can be turned and twisted. I don't know.
Yeah.
And the more we can see real diversity, which is diversity of opinion, experience.
Basically, should we not be able to have a conversation? Simple as that. Yeah, that's basically as simple as that. Like you said, let's talk. Like whatever.
That's the whole reason for starting this. Well, not starting this podcast because we did it before, but I mean, really, like the restarting for COVID for me. One of the biggest reasons that I wanted to do it again was because
nobody was talking about obvious shit.
Yeah.
And we're like, we have to talk about this shit. There's,
I felt like I talked to some people, and that they thought things that I thought. And I wasn't hearing any of that in the world.
It's being stifled.
I don't know if it was being stifled or if it just wasn't ever being said.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't being said because it was like the societal pressure was to not say that.
And so no matter what, I just felt like I wanted to say it to see if more people thought it.
Yeah.
And we haven't been great about it. We haven't been good even about staying on top of the podcast. So I don't know if I'll ever know the actual connection that people have and whether or not people agree with it. But at the end of the day, it's come to the point now that it's it doesn't really matter if other people agree. Part of it matters. A lot of it is just getting to say this stuff and put it out there, and it helps me to speak it out as well,
Yeah.
Yeah. Because even just I'm talking like I care about what the empty what I care about is with this camera. It's
camera lens.
Yeah, but it's really we're having a conversation.
Yeah.
And we're talking. And it's good
even
to have
just talking shit out in your head can help you figure out what you think about stuff.
Yeah, but it's even better to say the words out loud.
Yeah.
Because then you have to formulate your thoughts, and then suddenly you say something that you're like, "Whoa, I don't think that. Why did I say that stupid thing?" And for some reason, it came out in those words, and it makes you wonder, "Oh, is that what I thought?" If my mouth said that, then maybe I was thinking that, but now suddenly that I said it, it feels like a bad thought.
Yeah.
But even you and I have disagreements on shit, and it helps to. Because then it's sometimes we got to defend our arguments, and we find that they're bad. Or maybe we find a way to make them good. I don't know. Or to make them make more sense to the other shit like that,
Yeah. Either we're going to reinforce our argument or we're going to try to listen about why we could be wrong.
Yeah, yeah. And so it's really just practice in accepting flaws in our arguments and just practice explaining what we mean.
Yeah.
But I fucking like that. I don't know. I like that.
I like it too.
What's a pot? Let's end on a positive fucking. What's been happening in the world of stupid idiots this year? What's been happening in the world of happy, fun, lucky, ding dong? What's good? That list doesn't have anything.
Everything I have is bad shit. Let's talk about happy, fun shit. Like, there's nothing that's not interesting, though.
There's good shit that's happening in the world, though, right?
The ice cream truck came by. I got ice cream. It was delicious.
Did you really?
No.
Fuck you, man.
But that would be fun. If an ice cream truck came, I'd be like, hey, ice cream man came, and he had free ice cream for everybody. And I got free ice cream, and I ate it. It was the best ice cream I ever ate.
One good thing sitting right here in this room. Right here in this room. That fucking beautiful mushroom tapestry I've always loved since you had it in college. Your mom made that, right?
Yeah, I guess I have to go get the mushroom tapestry now.
You don't have to get it. We can't like insert a picture. It's probably better for you to grab it. It's more fun to watch you like take it. Your mom made that?
Yeah.
Like how? She got it printed somewhere or?
She took pictures of mushrooms.
Oh.
She made a collage and printed them all out.
So you guys can hear she took pictures of mushrooms and made a collage and printed them all off onto this piece of fabric. Did you like mushrooms? Did she know that?
I don't know why she did this shit.
Because it's Super Mario World?
Maybe.
Because you were a big Super Mario, yeah.
So these are mushrooms.
No, you can put it above me. Yeah, it's a beautiful tapestry. I love it. I've always really enjoyed it. I always like mushrooms too. I don't know. You know, part of it's because I like shrooms. But part of it's because I fucking like Mario.
Yeah, I like Mario too.
But
It
it's.
came from Alice in Wonderland, though.
I really dig that. Wait, Mario?
Here's a
Mario
positive
came?
note we can end on.
Hell yeah! Josh is gonna cut my head off with his new sword.
It's gonna be like one of those Taliban videos where
Yeah.
I cut Andrew's head off with a sword.
Or shit, you gotta have your mic. Or it could be like the beginning of the French Revolution. This is new.
We don't have the guillotine yet.
Yeah, we got to build it though. He's going to show you how the thing's going to work by cutting my head off.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm the king. I'm the king of nothing. So you got to cut my head off. Well, no, actually, we got to start from the top. So we got to start with never making a threat about the president of the United States because that's illegal, and then we got to move down from there. To never making a threat about me whenever you've killed everyone that's in charge and the poor people are finally allowed to take over. I hope to rule the poor people so I can get my head cut off.
How can you? This is a question. I'll end with this. This is not a positive note, but
I guess what I said wasn't positive at all.
Yeah, no,
either.
There's nothing positive today.
Say your thing and then let's talk about this beautiful sword.
We're in a dystopia, so there's nothing positive. There's a lot of people who are pro.
I thought we were in a datopia.
Datopia.
Dat. Dis and dat. Stupid.
We're in okay, so like there's a lot of people like pro-communist now, like trying to push communism and stuff. My question to the communists is, can you have communism without a dictator? That's the question. That's it. Just answer me that. Is it possible to have a countrywide communism without a dictator?
The answer is anybody who answers that question claims to speak for the people and therefore is a king and deserves to be killed. That's stupid. Anyway, this explain the beauty of the sword.
What do you mean?
Let's end on this wonderful note. This is the sheath for this sword. It's
shout out to Cult of Athena. I bought this thing from Cult of Athena.
In this thing you think is made out of wood and encased in leather. Leather is some beautiful craft, like craftsmanship running up the side. They sewed this thing on, put the sleeve on, and then tacked this piece of metal on there, or shoved this piece of metal down over top and on the bottom to hold on that leather. It's very pretty. It's very nice.
And this is not stainless steel. Okay,
this shit is sharp. I want people to know.
This is not a sword-like object.
That shit is fucking sharp as hell.
This is an actual sword.
This will kill your mother.
It'll kill your mother. Here's a water bottle I cut in half today with a sword. That's it. Like, it's fucking. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm a novice in this shit. And I cut this thing in half today.
Yeah.
It's not stainless steel because stainless steel rusts. So that's the thing. This is like non-rustable.
Wait, stainless steel does rust?
No, stainless steel does not rust.
Okay.
So this sword will
This
rust.
will rust, yeah.
This will rust. Stainless
You
steel.
just got some water on it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it off.
You're gonna prove it.
Stainless steel is not good for a sword because it'll break. So this is flexible.
Do you know what steel that is?
No, I don't know.
Know your sword, man. No,
Man. Anyway, I haven't killed anybody yet, but
don't try to break in.
yeah. Do not come to my house.
You won't even hear yourself die. This thing's so sharp, it'll just go, and you won't hear it. And then suddenly you'll be fucking dead. And what happened to me?
Suddenly dead.
Sword, bro.
Death comes silent. Death
Yeah.
is silent.
Yeah. Silent but deadly. That's this sword right here. That's the new nickname for this sword. The SBD.
Yeah, man, it's real stinky. It's a stinky sword.
Oh.
All right, SBD.
All right.
You ready to wrap this motherfucker up?
Yeah. Is there like a good like sword thing we can like? Is
I have the power.
Television.
Wow!
Oh, the Smartarded.
Fuck all you guys. We hate our viewers.
Bitches.